Evita Bezuidenhout in the center.
Evita, whose real name is
Pieter, Dirk,
yeah, you better pronounce it.
There's a lot of things here bringing back memories. That's Karika Kirsenkamp. These signs here, they bring back memories.
It sounds more like in the America, the Ku Klux game with the pointed...
Not quite as a Ku Klux Klan, not to that extent. Oh. There's a friend coming. Hey, hello.
Oh, yeah.
This dog seems to like me. Oh, is he moist? But they didn't see further. They wanted unity of the Afrikaners, but not of all the races. Eugène Terre'Blanche, and he was leader of the AWB, Afrikaner Weerstandsbeweging, which is like the Afrikaner resistance movement. And eventually he was murdered on his farm. He was from an extremist party. And they had the 3 sevens saying that stands for God, but of course in the Bible there's only 1 7 that stands for God. And they were obviously a racist party. They never got really political power, but they were standing for the far right Afrikaner people.
It sounds more like in the America, the Ku Klux game with the pointed...
Not quite as a Ku Klux Klan, not to that extent.
Okay.
You can see some of the old banknotes with what they thought. They honestly thought that was Van Riebeeck's face. But again, that was actually the face of Bartholomew Vermeyden. And here, a very famous slogan, Eendrag, Maak. It means like unity is strength. This was Dr. Verwoerd, skep je eie toekoms. So create your own future.
It's really interesting when you talk about like unity is strength. I think recently in the UK, the far right called something like this.
Yes, no, it's very ironic because they called for separation. The slogan was Eendrag, Maak, unity is strength. But they didn't see further. They wanted unity of the Afrikaners, but not of all the races.
Yeah.
And of course, the Afrikaners have always been a minority. So if they only took it further and said, let's unite as a nation, let's all races, whether you Khoisan or colored or white or black, let's all unite. And then they would have gone much further, much earlier. And yeah, you can read something about Verwoerd. I'm not going to read all of that out, but it was one of the acts that he instituted. But this time he was already assassinated, of course. But the act was only enforced in 1988. And where I'm standing, there's another portrait of Eugène Terre'Blanche. He is a bit older. And oh, there's a friend coming. Hey, hello.
Oh, yeah.
This dog seems to like me. Oh, is he moist? Yeah. And here you can see a beautiful wooden carving of the Voortrekkers, the Kakebeen Wa, as we've learned about in the other museum in Clan William. So this was the biggest one, if you want to put the family in there, but of course it had no suspension, so it was not that comfortable.
This section, they display some letters written to Evita, whose real name is
Pieter, Dirk,
yeah, you better pronounce it.
Yes, and here you can see how it's spelled. Meneer Pieter Dirk.
Yes.
Baie dankie vir die verwelkomingsbrief en Evita Bezuidenhout se ondersteuning. And that was the premier of the time, Gerald Morkel, 1998. And there's a lot of things here bringing back memories from the 1980s. For example, this tin, we had the exact same one. And so did my grandparents on both sides, and my aunts had this. And this is where originally it was a coffee tin, but the quality was so good you can keep it later on to put biscuits and rusks in. And of course, baking powder, this is the main brand in South Africa, Royal Baking Powder. And these are all typical tins that they used to have back in the day. And you'd store cookies and biscuits in that. My grandmother always had a cookie tin of homemade cookies, and people could just help themselves.
I like the one with dogs or cats there.
Oh, yeah. This one, look at that. My aunt had one just like that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. That's so cute.
And then these bottles here. My granddad had a set like this.
Is this for like holding wine or?
I think he used it for whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is a game we used to play, Trivial Pursuit. So it's almost like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire today. So they ask you a question and then you have to choose from a number of options.
Ooh.
But you played it at home. And here's some of the old South African money, 20 Rand and 50 Rand notes. So you can see they look different. And again, the face on there claimed at the time, they thought it was Jan van Riebeeck, but it was that of Bartholomew Vermeiden. And the young woman you see there in the center, that white person, in the center next to the plate,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
photograph.
Okay.
That's Karika Kiesenkamp. And she was a famous South African singer. Now, this is a very important part of history. It is Slag van Bloedrivier. And you can see a lot of Zulus here. The river here turned red because of the blood, so they called it Bloedrivier. You can see the Kakebeen Wa there, those ox wagons surrounding the Voortrekkers or the boers inside. And P.W. Botha, as we saw earlier, he was president until 1989 when F.W. de Klerk took over. These signs here, they bring back memories also from the 1980s when I was in primary school. Whites only, you had these on beaches, at libraries, buses, schools. I went to a whites only school, as was the case for all white people who grew up or went to school in the 80s, and that continued until the mid-90s. And you can see most of these signs are bilingual in English and Afrikaans. At that time, the black languages were not really recognized as they are today, where we have 11 official languages in South Africa. English is one of them, and Afrikaans is also one of the national languages, not only spoken by white people, but actually it's mostly spoken by colored people, as the person you saw earlier working here. They speak Afrikaans also as a first language. Let's go to the other room. There's Evita Bezuidenhout in the center.
These are the costumes which Evita would wear during the performance.
But what caught my eye was this one up here on the left.
Oh, yes.
It's like in Rousseau's shop, right, in that museum you visited in Eindhoven.
Not in Eindhoven, it's in Den Haag.
Den Haag.
In Maurice Hayes.
A very interesting one here as well, if you're able to come around.